Hello, good evening. Now, my posts are about astrology only. Most of the posts, 90% of my posts are about astrology. I'm a healer also. And my healing stories, once upon a time, I used to do live in various groups about my healing stories. And major portion of my healing stories are occupied by ghosts or supernatural entities. So I have some people who are very fond of my ghost stories. So real ghost stories, because those stories I have not read somewhere and telling you, and those ghost stories are my own experiences. Okay. So one small example I'm giving. Yesterday, there is a boy whose father was very sick and admitted in the hospital, and it was very risky also. So some medical tests were going on, and that boy was very much worried, and he came yesterday or day before yesterday he came to our place, just to discuss the health condition of his father. And we were speaking about, because my father also died in aplastic anemia, which is very similar, very close to cancer, and it started growing from one surgery which failed. It was not malignant, but after 10 years in the same place, another tumor started growing, which became cancerous. So I was speaking about my dad, and we were sitting in the dining space, and the light over the dining table was lighted. It was on. We were speaking, and when he was speaking about his father, my father is admitted and this tests are going on and all, it was okay. But when I started talking about my father, how he was detected, surgery went on, but it was unsuccessful. And after that, when my son was born, after 1.5 months of my son's birth, how my father died and all those things. In the deathbed also, he has seen Ishan only once, and in the deathbed also he was telling me ki it's a lot of expenses on my disease, so please bring me from ICU to a normal room. That is the nature of the dads. एक फादर जो हैं वो लास्ट मोमेंट तक हमेशा ये ट्राई करते हैं कि उनके लिए पैसा खर्चा ना हो, इस टाइप का. सो व्हेन आई वाज स्पीकिंग अबाउट माय डैड, सडनली दैट बल्ब started doing on off on off on off on off, started blinking. वो ब्लिंक करते करते बंद हो गया. And this kind of things happened several times. When my sister died, that time also, the bedroom we used to sleep, that bedroom night lamp started blinking. And we changed the bulb. After that also, within few days, again it started blinking. This is one example. One day, one client was talking about grandmother. The grandmother died, but various stories about her grandmother, that the grandmother was having extramarital, and actual grandfather committed suicide because of that extramarital. After that, the grandmother had got married with another man, and that man's wife also was so sick and nobody to take care, and she died. And after that, after she got married to the second man also, that second man was, something happened very bad to him also, which was not a natural death. And that girl find the grandmother only to be responsible. And these stories I came to know later. I was about to read horoscope of one of the family member. Horoscope, it is not healing. She was speaking about some trouble of some of the family members कि वो ऐसा है, ऐसा है, ऐसा है. And I closed my eyes and I was listening to her. And in my balcony, lights are there. You cannot imagine, when she was speaking, one of the chain of the light went off. After that, all of the lights went off. And I think next day only my grandmother died. Something very strange. When she was speaking about all these things, I closed my eyes and I could see, watch. Uh, Preet means one Pishach was dancing in my balcony. I was closing my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, she told me, I'm sending you money for this horoscope and birth details and all. I opened my eyes and told Pishach Yoga. And yes, it was there in that horoscope. So these are about some small incident of some soul, supernatural entity, ghost, whatever you say. But there are some major stories also. Just few days ago, I made one video about Mahapatak also. There are 3 Mahapatak. One is having non-veg of like big animals. Another is having extramarital relationship. Another is abortion. So it is very common. That day I told this also. It is very common to have nowadays uh, abortions and extramarital and all. So during healing, I'm speaking about one of the clients, not only one. I can speak about 2 clients. At present, I can remember about 2 clients. Both the cases, when the one that girl used to be very sick, always sick, and taking loads of medicine, care, this test, that test, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, allopathy, all kind of medicines. But she used to be sick always. When her mother came to know that I'm a healer, and they came to me, and surprising enough, that when I was doing healing, I could see souls of other girls and all. While healing that girl, जिसको डॉक्टर्स बोलते थे आपका किसी भी टेस्ट पे कुछ नहीं आ रहा, आपको कोई बीमारी नहीं है, while healing that girl, I could see soul of several girls. I saw many of the souls, and I asked, because I was seeing a house which was very old and big house with huge premises and all, with garden, orchard, and all these things. She told that this house belongs to her maternal grandfather. Some portions are probably sold. Probably the property will be sold and it will be distributed. The money will be distributed among all the brothers and sisters, siblings of that. I'm a rescuer, na. It's very horrific when all the dogs start barking. So the money will be distributed and all. And I asked that girl, is there any mishap in that house? No, there is nothing like that. But you know that life of siblings of my ma, that is her masis, are not good. Like failed marriage or divorce, or not getting married, spinster till old age, these kind of incidences are there. So I could see there's a very young bride being beaten or thrashed, or she was pregnant and sorry, not beaten or thrashed. She was pregnant. Hardly she is 12 or 13 years old or 14 years old when she got married. And she was wearing a red sari, and she was pregnant, and she was doing all household work. She was being forced to do all household work, and because the husband used to work outside. I don't remember now clearly, but that girl, during her pregnancy, very early pregnancy it was, and as she had to do so much of hard work with pregnancy, she died. And in that premises only, there's a place where that girl was either cremated, or she either cremated or there is a graveyard of that particular girl, or in that family, I don't know, they might be Muslim or Christians, and that was a family graveyard kind of a thing. And later on, uh, that place only sold as a property and people made house and all those things. I felt like that. And it took me, I think, three healing every few months, three healing it needed to communicate with that particular girl so that she should leave that particular premises. And because this girl was not getting married. Another thing, there were many um, not kind of thing. I cannot explain you, because if there is some healer, they will only understand. Not kind of things were there. um, मतलब गठान बांधा हुआ था in that girl. So I told her mother, were there other siblings? And mother told, yes, I had many abortions. So when we abort, we think like, now I don't have money, I have to abort the child and all. And when we abort, that soul of the child does not leave, because you have to wait for a long time to get birth in some particular place, because you have to choose the parents also. अपने हिसाब से पेरेंट चूज करके वहाँ जाके पैदा होना, इसके लिए बहुत दिन वेट करना पड़ता है एक सोल को आफ्टर डेथ. सो सूटेबल पेरेंट्स भी मिल गया है एंड यू आर इन द वूम टू टेक बर्थ एंड यू आर ओनली फ्यू मंथ्स ओल्ड व्हेन यू आर बीइंग किल्ड. सो वो छोड़ के नहीं जा पाते हैं, बिकॉज वो तो एक लाइफ के प्लान लेके आ रहे थे that he or she will be born in that particular family and will have sibling and all those things, all those plans were there. But when we abort, the भगवान का जो प्लान बच्चे के साथ था, सडनली वो एक हॉल्ट पे आ जाता है. तो वो सोल कहाँ जाएगा? वो पूरा एक सोच लो 50 years तक बचेगा, वो प्लान लेके आ रहा था कोई, और उसके बाद उसको अबॉर्ट कर दिया जाता है. तो दैट सोल जो हमें लगता है कि वो तो पैदा ही नहीं हुआ, तो उसका क्या सोल होगा? जब हार्ट वर्ट बन जाता है तो इट इज़ एक्चुअली अलाइव, और उसका सोल बाकायदा उसका सोल है, एंड इट इम्पैक्ट्स अ लॉट ऑन दैट वन चाइल्ड हु इज़ अलाइव. अगर आप एक भी अबॉर्शन कराए हो, उसका इम्पैक्ट जो चाइल्ड बचा हुआ है, जो चाइल्ड आपके पास है, उसके लाइफ में इम्पैक्ट करता है. ओके, सो दीज आर few small ghost stories, and I'll come with more. Bye.